Hello friends, my name is Dr. Jyoti Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. So, now it is our unit 3 and the topic is basically the role of employees in service delivery. We all know the concept of service marketing mix or the concept of 7 Ps, in which one of the important element is there, like the people, process and physical evidence. So, this particular topic is basically based on the important role of one of the element, that name is what? People. Means these people play basically important role in delivering the service, interacting with the customers and making them happy and help the organization in achieving the objective and give them profitability. So, somehow they play very important role. So, in this particular video lecture, we will understand the important role plays by the employees in the delivery of the services that will help the organization in achieving the objective. So, what is all about service delivery? So, service delivery is basically the interaction of the service system, service employees and the service buyer in any buying situation. As we are very much known, that one of the characteristic of the services is what? Inseparability, means we cannot separate the service from its service providers, from its service manufacturers. So, in a particular situation, in a particular time period, the interaction may happen between or among the parties, like the employees of the organization, the customers that they are coming to the service or organization for availing them, and the particular system and the particular process. Means these three elements simultaneously interacted and communicated to one another, so that and by doing so a particular service can be completed. So, service delivery is also one of the important aspect or crucial aspect from a service delivery point of view. Service delivery is somehow an interaction, as I told earlier, that it is an interaction among the parties, like the service employees and the buyers, and obviously there must be a system between these two elements or these two parties, so that they can interact in a very smoother manner or in a very systematic manner. And employees of a service organization are basically the front face or the face between the marketer and the customer till the time the service delivery is completed. Means if a customer is coming to avail the service, the employees of the organization are basically representing or they are the face, they are the representative of the service firm to whom the customer can interact and accordingly avail or experience the required service. So, in order to understand the important role of employees, firstly we have to understand the gap model of service quality. In fact, this particular gap model will be studied in our later classes. In fact, in unit 2, unit 4 this particular topic is given, but in it I have mentioned this particular model because if you want to understand the important role of employees or the people that somehow help the organization in delivering the service to the customers, so their role must be understood by us in a manner, and for having an understanding, this particular model must be understood. So, what is this particular gap model? There are, under gap model, there are basically 4 gaps, gap 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 gaps. So, we will understand one by one. So, gap 1 is what? Company and company perception of consumer expectation. This particular gap arises when the company is unable to understand the expectation and the perception of the customers. Means what customers are expecting, the company is unable to analyze or unable to identify, and in this particular gap, means this particular gap is called the gap 1. और ये कब arise हो रहा है? when company समझ ही नहीं पाती कि customer क्या चाह रहा है, customer की क्या expectation है, because already customer have experiencing different types of services and somehow they are unable to meet out the expectation. So, there is obviously a latent demand in the customer that there must be a new services offered by service firm, so that we just avail it, we just experience it and just fulfill our requirement. So, gap 1 arises when the company is unable to understand the customer expectation. Then gap 2 is what? companies understanding the expectation of the customers, but they have not driven or they have not developed the process or the design as per the expectation of the customer. Means whatever as a customer I am expecting, if I am going to a service organization, I am not getting the process, I am not getting the thing as per my expectation. So, gap 2 arises when the company has not designed the standard or the process of service as per the expectation of the customer. In that state, gap 2 arises. Gap 3, here we have to understand the important role of employees and the people. Like the company has also designed the standard or the process as per the expectation of the customers, but that is not being delivered to the customers as per the promised or as per the expected manner. So, gap 3 is all about performance gap, we can say that delivery gap or the performance gap. And if we talk about performance, whose performance? The people performance, the employees performance, which somehow the overall means if gap 3 arises, the overall responsibility is whom? The employees and the people associated with the service firm. So, gap 3, when gap 3 arises, when the employees of the organization or when the representative of the service firm is unable to meet out or unable to deliver the service as per the expectation of the customer. So, in that case gap 3 arises, and gap 4 is all about the organization is having the efficient or the competent manpower with it, but that and the company has also designed or developed the standard or the process as per the expectation of the customer, but that information is not known to the customer. Means gap 4 is all about communication gap, means all these things are being done by the company in a very effective manner, in a very impressive manner, but that is not known to the outsider customers. Means if the customer is not knowing, all your efforts are going in vain. So, you have to work on that, means you have to just adopt certain strategies in order to fulfill gap. So, we will have a wider discussion on gap model in our later classes. So, at that time we have to basically concentrate on gap 3, because we are now understanding the important role of people in delivering the service. So, if the company want to reduce gap 3, so they have to work on this particular aspect, means they have to work on the employees aspect. Like मैंने सारे को हटाकर सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर गैप को डाला है, मीन्स दिस इज कॉल्ड एंड इट इज़ कॉल्ड सर्विस परफॉर्मेंस गैप व्हेन द कंपनी हैज़ डिजाइंड और developed the standard as per the expectation of the customer, but it is not being delivered to the customers as per the expected, means the people and the employees that they are representing the firm, they are not performing as per the expectation of the customer. So, this particular gap arises. So, we have to now understand the critical role of service employees, because we have now are in a state that which कहीं ना कहीं हमें ये समझ में आ गया है कि what important role played by the customers, and obviously there is an important role played by the customer. If they will not play, gap 3 arises, means the overall effectiveness of the process and the overall effectiveness of the service firm will go on vain. So, we have to understand the critical role of service employees too. Means what are their critical roles, what are their important role played by that will be played by the service employees, like that they are the service. How we identify the service? Suppose if we are going to a salon, on the basis of the level of services, means effective services they have provided, they have given a good hair cutting and a good treatment, a good behavior and good conversation. So, somehow we just understand and we just go to that service organization again and again because of that service or that behavior that they have provided or that the customer has experienced. So, service employees are basically considered as service, because यही वो चीज़ होती है, यही होती है, वही employees जो देते हैं, that is all about service, and on the basis of that experience we as customer just frame out the decision of repetition towards that service firm. They are organization in the customer's eyes. Obviously, they are the front face, means they are representing the firm in front of the customer. So, as customer we are considering that those employees as organization. Suppose I have just experienced the services of a service firm and just interacted to a representative of that service firm. So, in future if we face certain problem associated with that service, so how we will complain, how we will give a query obviously to that representative. So, they are the organization in the customer's eye, they are brand. We see in the scenario that some of the coaching institutes, some of the medical and IIT institutes are known by the name of that person, and name of that person, and being a customer, being a student, we just take decision to take admission in that particular coaching institute of of either medical or IITs. Like that particular person has done BTech or MTech from IITs, and through the name of that particular individual we take decision for adding or for taking admission in that particular thing. So, obviously the employees are also considered as brand which works for the organization, and they are the marketers. Obviously ये marketers के behalf पे ही काम करते हैं, which they basically solve the queries, they basically respond towards your problem, and they are considered like marketer, because marketers, the overall objective of marketers is what, to resolve the queries, to interact the customers in a good way, and that will result that will help the organization is fetching profit from the markets. So somehow they are basically the marketers, they are representing the organization, they are basically the representation or the front face on behalf of the company. So, we can say that they are the marketers, because they are directly interacting with the customers. In order to understand the important role of employees, this particular service marketing triangle should also be understood by us. Like there are basically the three components in there. What is that? Company, employees and customers. The company is not directly interacting with the customers. They have hired some employees, they basically hired the suitable manpower, the efficient or the competent manpower, in order to fulfill the promises, whatever the promises that the organization has done with the customers. Means firstly we have to understand company, obviously someone has set up the company, and some company is basically wants to offer services to the customer. So, company is basically making the promises in terms of related to the services that they are providing to the customers, that if you come to our service organization, we will give you this much of benefit. So, these type of promises basically are done by or making by whom? The company, and kisse? To customers obviously. And who will fulfill these promises? Because in the earlier slides we have seen that they are the marketer, they are the front face, they are the representative of the firm. So, the company basically hires some employees, hires means the human resource practices like recruitment, selection, training and development of employees, so that they can fulfill, they can help the company in fulfilling the promises that they have made out to the customers. So, in internal market, it has also been written there, internal marketing and external marketing. External marketing means things are basically offered to whom? To external parties like the customers. And if we talk about internal marketing, means the activities or the practices that are basically related to whom? The internal one. And who are the internal one? The employees of the organization. So, whatever the promises that the company has made to the customers, these employees help the company in delivering the promises. So, somehow between these two elements, the marketing, the things and the activities that are happening, that is interactive marketing, means the employees are the interacting one. These employees are basically interacts with the customer on behalf of the company in fulfilling the promises that the company has done to with its customers. So, this is all about the service marketing triangle, in which there are three important elements: the company, employees and the customers. Company wants to achieve the profit or wants to fulfill the objective. So, for attaining that, they just try to maintain relationship or good relationship, or adopt good human resource practices to its employees, so that they will be motivated, they will be happy, and if they are happy, somehow they will help the organization or the company helping or fulfilling the promises, or in fulfilling the expectation of the company. And how it has happened? when these employees will basically interact with the customer in a very good manner, in an effective manner, so that the promises that the company has made to the customers, that can be fulfilled. In order to have a wider understanding of this service marketing triangle, I have also add some example with it, like the company, employees and the customers. There are obviously three elements that we have understood till now. The company has basically done promises that buy one get one free, means the company are basically the companies has made a promise that if the customers are coming to the service firm or coming to their firm, they whatever the product they will purchase, they will get one additional product with that. And who will provide them? Obviously these employees. And the internal marketing means the company has also adopted the good human resource practices, means whatever the things or whatever the skills and contribution or efforts they are giving, simultaneously in return the organization is giving remuneration to them, means they will be happy because the employees are getting salary, the employees are getting remuneration for their efforts for and for contribution or for fulfilling the promises that the company has. So by getting good salary or good amount remuneration from the firm, they will be motivated and somehow they will interact the customers in delivering the promise or वो कौन सा promise है that the company has done with its customer. Means see in this picture, a customer has come and he has one product. So the representative of the company, means the employee of the firm is giving one more. So whatever the promises the management or the company has done with the customers, these employees basically help the companies in fulfilling that promises. So I hope this particular picture made the concept of service marketing triangle in a is very clear. And one of the important role crucial role played by the employees of the organization too, like they are playing the role of boundary spanning. Boundary spanning, providing a link between external customer and internal operation of the organization. Obviously boundary spanners means somehow the employees of the organization are representing or like a link between whatever the stakeholders or whatever the external customers of the company and the internal operation, internal department or different people of different departments, they interact time to time. So it is also one of the important role played by the employees of the organization, because they are somehow working like a link between the customer and the internal operation. Like in the service triangle, if we see the employee role, like there is basically a link and they work like a link between the company or the internal management of the firm as well as the customer. So in order to understand the boundary spanning role is like C is basically the representative or the employee of the organization playing the role of a boundary spanner, means time to time they are also interacting with the customer, they are also interacting with outside of firms, they are interacting with customers at global level, at different level, and they are also interacting with different department or different people of different departments. So somehow this particular role is also important, and they have to basically played so that they have just have a coordination among all the parties, so that whatever the demand arises in the market in terms associated with your service, means whatever the demand of your service, that can be met it out in a timely manner by the with the help of your employees. So there is also a chain for have an understanding about the important role of employees, means if the employees of the organizations are basically happy and satisfied, what can be the outcome, what can be the positivity associated with that particular behavior. So just understand the service profit chain. Internal service quality is just about how a firm, how a company has maintained or adopt a good human resource practices in order to satisfy the customers, because somehow you have studied in human resource management, and the definition of human resource management is all about, it is an art of creating, developing and maintaining of human resource in such a manner so that the organizational objective can be achieved. So, you have to fulfill the expectation of the customers, you have to just consider your human resources or the employees as an asset. So, the more investment you will do in that particular asset, that will help you out in achieving the profit. So, internal service quality is all about adoption of good human resources, human resource practices in the organization. If the organization has adopted the good human resource practices in it, so somehow it will result in what? Employee satisfaction. Whatever the employee, if you have maintained a good relationship, if you have fulfilled the expectation of your customers, if you are giving benefits in terms of welfare, health and security, and you are also giving them a sense of security regarding their job, so somehow that will result in what? Satisfaction. And if the employee is satisfied, if the employee is satisfied, that will result in what? They will give their 200% productivity in achieving the organization and in fulfilling the objective of the organization that the organization is carrying basically right now. And if the employee is satisfied, there is also one outcome, that they will be retained or they will be continued for a longer time period, they will be associated with you for a longer time period. So, somehow if your employees are happy, so they will obviously represent you as an organization in a very effective or in a very impressive manner. So, that is all about external service value, means they are just trying to give more and more value to the customers who are coming to your service firm. And how is it possible? Because you have tried a lot and you have adopted a lot in satisfying your customers, and if your customers is satisfying your employees, and if your employees are happy, they obviously will give their work, they will perform their duties in a very honest manner. So, obviously they will give and they will try to add more and more value to this to the service offering, and if they are doing so, somehow that will result in what? Customer satisfaction. And customer satisfaction is all about meeting the expectation of the customers with the level of service that you are delivering to them. And it is also a state when a customer is happy, when a customer is basically satisfied, because he or she is now comparing the expectation with and the performance of the service firm, and if it is matches, the customer becomes satisfied, and if the customer is satisfied, he or she will be converted into loyal customer. And what is the outcome? What can be the outcome of loyalty? Obviously, loyalty means I am again and again going to, if I am a loyal customer of any firm, what does it mean? It means that I will go to that service firm again and again, and I will spread the positive word of mouth to another customer, so that they just add or they will be added in that particular service firm. So, if customers become loyal, that will result in what? Revenue growth, because again and again repeated behavior of that loyal customer and adding of some new customer, that help the organization in growing the revenue aspect and the profit aspect. Means obviously, if the organization basically maintains or adopt good human resource practices, that will help out in achieving revenue or the maximize profit. And how it will happen? Obviously, by going through or by having an understanding of this profit chain. If the company has adopted a good human resource practices, that will result in what? The revenue and profitability for the firm. So, what are the strategy for delivering service quality through people? These are the strategies that you should adopt. Being a service firm, you should adopt or you must adopt in order to deliver the service in an effective manner. Like hire the right people, obviously, because they are the representative, they are the front face. So, for that purpose, you have to hire a good human resource or the right people for the right work. In fact, develop people to deliver service quality. You have, for that purpose, you just give training from time to time, so that accordingly they just fulfill the expectation of the customers, and they just justify their roles to whatever you have assigned to them. Employee empowerment means you have given a responsibility to an employee that you have to interact the customer as per your convenience, or you are basically given freedom that as your wish how you will handle. So, somehow the organization is also giving a feel of empowerment to the employees, and if an employee is feeling empowered means I have power to handle any type of issue. So, somehow they will perform, or they will give 200% productivity in achieving the objective of the firm. Providing needed support system, obviously if employees feel that sometimes they are unable to, it may happen that sometimes they may be unable to deliver the service, yeah, they may face some sort of issues while interacting the customers. So, being the service provider, you just provide them needed support whatever they expect. You have to give reward and incentives in some of the representative or some of your employees are performing good, and some are performing as per the expectation or as per the instruction that you have given to them. So, you should appreciate their behavior, their performance by giving them rewards and incentives, and retain the best people, because somehow they know your policies, they know your working, they know in and out of your firm in fact. So, you should be very careful while retaining the best people of your organizations. We somehow help you out in maintaining the secret of your firm, as well as reducing the cost factor. We somehow you will invest in creating a new one, or a new employee, bring a new employee to the organization. So, you have to basically retain the best people in the organization too. So, these are the basically strategies which can be adopted or which may be adopted by the service organization or the service firm in such a manner, so that you just keep you just pay attention on your human resource, and you just understand your human resource in a very friendly manner, or in a very effective manner, so that you just maintain a good human relation with them. And if you have maintained a relationship with them, somehow they will help you out in effective delivery of the services to the customers. And these are basically the important role. And in this particular video lecture, we have just understand the important role of employees, and where is the important role they basically play in the delivery or overall delivery of the process. And being a service provider, you just understand if you want to utilize this particular resource in an effective manner, you just adopt these type of strategies in order to make them happy, or in order to utilize that resource in an effective manner. And if you want to get more information, or if you want to go through this particular concept in more detailed view, so you just go through the available references, and that is all in this particular lecture. Thank you.